What's up, everyone? We are at episode 11 for HCP, the Homie Connect podcast. We got Ceez in the house, HCN, and me, Lefty. Right now, looking like it's Caesar and I rocking today's show. Salute to Caesar.
Sorry, man. I'm
Cheers,
drinking water
homie.
today.
Oh, man. Prime will get you if he sees you drinking it.
mm,
It's all good. I'm still drinking a little bit of what I was drinking last time. So got my
mm.
little Don Julio here. I just kind of left it here. I forgot all about it. So I was like, I'll just pour from here. But don't trip. I got my agüita too. I got my little
Yeah.
carbonated water. So it is all good. What you been up to, Cease?
Not much, man. Just chilling at home. You know, spring break. It's was it summer break for my kids, so they're home all day, trying to take them
Yeah.
out. But for sure, it's been fucking hella hot out here, and I live up in the high desert in California, so
Yeah. I got you.
it's fucking hot. So we barely go outside during the day. Yeah, maybe in the afternoonish. Evening, that's when we go out. We'll try to do, some walking, hiking, but it's still too
Yeah.
hot. So it's like we
Yeah.
try to keep it short and then go back inside to the AC.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, that's it, man. Just keeping busy with work and watching. Honestly, watching sports, but at the same time, I know it's like dead sports right now because the only thing going on right now is baseball,
Yeah.
and either that or you're watching like the USA basketball or getting ready for
And
the
then
Olympics and shit. That's
yeah.
it. And other than
Yeah.
that, there's nothing else. It's it's dead. there's no basketball, no
Yeah.
baseball. I mean, no football, no hockey. So yeah,
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
yeah. What about
Yeah.
you? What you been up to, man?
Dude, I was in LA this weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah, I was in LA this weekend, dude. My daughters have been wanting to go and had a beach day, and so my wife kind of planned this whole day around having a beach day for them. She
Okay.
invited friends, and like I'm not gonna lie, I kind of messed up because I was supposed to shoot out the invite via Instagram to everyone, and I
Mhm.
honestly, bro, I fucking forgot, man. I got so much shit going on right now.
Mhm.
Work is fucking busy as fuck. We start school early out here, so these weeks are intense for me. Today, freaking I was swamped at work as we prepare like all the schools to get ready. So it's been
Mhm.
crazy, and I just forgot. And like I literally like put it out there on Instagram like a day and a half before we actually went out to California. So I felt bad, but it was
Mhm.
cool, dude. Like honestly, I had a really good time. We went to Cabrillo Beach,
Okay.
and
Okay. Yeah.
it's small. It's low key, and the
Mhm.
weather was fucking fantastic. Like it's funny because I rolled down my window when we first got in, to the hood, and I was like, oh, this is because we got in on Friday, and I was like, this is nice, bro. I was like, this is cool, and then I was like, man, it's humid though. Friday was humid. It was a little
Mhm.
humid,
Mhm.
in South LA. And then Saturday is when we went to the beach, and the day was nice, bro. It was nice, but it was windy as shit at the
Yeah.
beach. But we had I brought the car packed, so it was like we had our
Okay.
canopy, our sports umbrella, all this shit, and we were there from like 10 to like almost 7, bro. We
Okay.
had most of her family showed up. It was or her cousins. Most of the people she invited showed up. I know she had a friend, or we have a mutual friend, Kiana, who showed up, and then my friend and former coworker Daniel, from when I worked out here, he showed up, and then my niece, my sister's youngest daughter, Becky, showed up. So that was cool. And then afterwards, I mean, I was exhausted, bro. It was tiring, but afterwards we went to a brewery out there. I think it's called Brew West,
Mhm.
um, and or the brewery or Brewery West. I can't remember, but it was cool. It's right down. It's right like less than 5 minutes away. We ended up getting some like cool, some nice little seltzers or whatever, some hard seltzers. But they also had some food there, and we got there just in time as the pizza was closing. Like the food truck was closing, but they hooked us up. They're like, you know what? Fine, we'll make 4 more for you guys. Pizza was pretty good, dude. I think it was called Vivaci. I think it was called Vivaci. I don't remember, but it
Okay.
was good. It was that pizza that they make with the tiny pepperoni on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think that's more of an East Coast thing, but yeah, it was pretty bomb, bro. It was good. We actually wanted more, but they were like
Okay.
done. They weren't making any more, so I was like, all right. So it was a cool weekend. Got back Sunday. I mean, I was exhausted. I was fucking tired, and then of course, like we literally got into a dust storm. Like we're 5 minutes from the
Okay.
house, and we got hit with a dust storm, um, and then some crazy heavy rain. But it was cool. I mean, like I said, it was cool. I miss California for that reason for sure. The beach, like the weather, it was nice. I mean, fuck,
Yeah,
today was
yeah.
like 100, 111, 112. It was hot. And that's on the cooler end because it's been over 113 the last couple of days. So it was nice to be in Cali. We're we'll be back on the 31st. We'll talk about that later on the 31st of August. But yeah,
Okay.
dude,
Okay.
it was good. And yeah, there's no sports going on. It's pretty dead. Um, Football is around the corner though. But
Mm-hmm.
there is some stuff that did happen recently between our last episode and today's episode, and that does have to do with politics and whether you like to talk about politics or not. We did say that our show is based on kind of real shit, real talk, real things going on, right? And so, um, we're mainly focused on sports, but that doesn't mean that it's not shit that affects us. So by now, you should already know that old man Joe, he finally called it. Somebody convinced him, like, yo, man, yeah, you're a little too old. You're a little too
Yeah,
old and
bro.
you're not really there anymore, bro. So um, you might want to step down. And he did. He stepped down, and it's looking like they're going to pick his VP to go and be I guess, the nominee for the Democrats, um, which will be Kamala Harris. And I don't know, man. What you think about that? I'll let you give your thoughts first before I give my thoughts.
No, I mean, yeah, good thing that he stepped aside because yeah, he was getting old. Everybody could tell that he's old. He's an old man. Like, come on now, like you can tell he's what 82. If he would have got another reelected, he would have been in office what 83, 84, 85, 86.
86. It would have been
Like,
86 at the end.
oh yeah, man, that's old for a president. So yeah, it was good that he stepped aside. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being the president. Uh, did he do a good job? Who knows? Like, it's give and take. It depends who
Yeah.
you ask. You know.
Yeah.
To me, he was all right. He wasn't the best, but he wasn't the worst for me.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
was cool. He's a Democrat, so that's fine. But
Yeah.
now it's like, yeah, look, like you said, it's looking like it's likely the Democratic nominee should go to Kamala Harris, which is
Yeah.
fine for me. Like, honestly, yeah, I'll vote for her because I don't vote for the
Yeah.
other guy. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think that's fine because I don't see nobody else, honestly, coming in and being like, "Hey, everybody, vote for me" and shit. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody else is gonna be, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's been a crazy couple weeks for politics and shit.
Yeah.
It's with the assassination attempt, Joe stepping aside, and now Kamala, and even the
Yeah.
whole what is it, Republican National Convention, where
Yeah.
the funny thing is the dude that got picked as a vice president from their side,
Yeah.
like there's video of him like just ragging on the president, and it's just like, dude,
Yeah.
like, yo, how
Yeah.
are you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you just like talking like mad shit about Donald Trump, and then all of a sudden be like, hey, what's up, homie?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's
You
up,
my
bro?
dog. You my dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you my god, this guy's great. Like, yo, like
Yeah.
there's like they said, there's receipts, and
Oh
those
yeah. Oh, dude, the hypocrisy on that fucking
yeah, those
on that
receipts
side of
are
the
whew,
coin. Whew. The
yeah, bro.
hypocrisy
So
is tight there, bro.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. So I was like, man, I don't know. So it's funny, it's weird. I was like, that's politics though. It's fucking dirty, and it's like it's dumb. But like I said, I think I'm gonna go.
Ooh.
Of course, I'm gonna go. I'm
Are
gonna go
you?
Kamala,
I think
and
you're getting cut off a bit, dude. I think you're
oh,
lagging a bit. At least on my end. Are
it's probably
you?
my
Are you?
internet.
Am I lagging on your end?
No. Uh-uh.
Yeah, it seems like you're lagging a little bit on your end, dude.
You sure?
I don't know.
Oh,
Because if I'm not lagging, oh, oh well. Oh, Caesar cut off. So I guess we'll wait on him to pop back up. He's probably closing out and coming back on. Um, but yeah, it's been a crazy week for politics. Couple last week. Um, I'll share what I said, a while back, which was I always thought Joe Biden was going to be a stopgap. I'm, you know, I'm more of an independent. Uh, I voted for, I voted Democrat for a while now or whatever. I don't, for me, honestly, if there was a party of a common sense party, I would vote for whoever was running from a common sense party. Um, I'm kind of some on the sides of the right and the left. Again, I make more of common sense decisions, but it's a little different. Oh, Ceez is back. All right, there we go.
Sorry, sorry,
You are
sorry, sorry.
back. That's all right.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
think
good,
I
dude.
dropped my internet. Well, not my internet connection. So yeah, no,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
man. All right, yeah, go
Oh,
for it,
you're
go
good.
for it.
Oh no, I was just filling the gap, to kind of cover while you were gone. But I was just
Mm,
saying that early on, from the minute, like, before Joe Biden got even elected to office, I know it was still the same thing, like, oh, he's old and blah blah. And I was like, yeah, if the Democrats are smart, then they're just using him as, like, you know a stand-in for the actual next couple of years. Like, cool, you bought us 4 years, but like we're not reelecting you. And then when
mm,
they start to draw out, like, no, we're going with Biden again. I was like, no, you fucked up. Like, you were supposed to, like, just he's supposed to be a stopgap.
yeah.
Like, you had 4 years to find someone that was going to be 100 times better because you knew Donald Trump was going to run again. So you
Mm-hmm.
had 4 years to get someone that would be a way easier choice than Donald Trump, and you fucked up and you kept writing Biden. And I was like, the fuck is this all about? Like, I didn't even have to vote for that dude twice. Hey, we got Prime in the house.
So, fellas,
Oh shit, what's up, Prime? Damn, bro, I know you're at work, but it sounds like you're in the shitter with that echo.
huh?
It sounds like you're in the shitter with the echo, bro.
Oh, hold on, hold on.
um, but yeah, dude, like you said, like, I'm glad that they chose someone else. It's gonna make it a little bit easier for me to vote because I genuinely didn't want to vote for Biden, but I sure shit didn't want to vote for Trump. So it was kind of be one of those where it's like, it's a pity vote, fuck it. But I don't know, dude. Maybe now people that were on the fence, like I was, were like, shit, man, I really don't want my vote to go to Biden, but maybe now you'll get those votes. It'll be interesting to see, like, the rhetoric and the garbage that is spilled towards her, right? Like, I think that's going to be interesting from the right side. Like, one, it's bad enough she's a woman, and we all know how certain far right people feel about women, right? And then she's a minority, and so that'll be really interesting for them to, like, really show their colors. I don't think it'll matter. I think it's not like, I don't think you're going to sway any people that are voting Republican to all of a sudden be like, I'm going to vote. I think those people have made up their mind. I think those people are, a bit of a cult. I think they're a bit of, they don't think for themselves. Um, and I think they're just kind of brainwashed and it's like, no, I'm in thinking for myself. No, you're not thinking for yourself. Like, if you don't give a shit about, letting people protect, you cry about freedom and everything else, but you're trying to tell women what to do. It's like, what happened to freedom? It's hypocrisy, and keep religion and bullshit. Keep religion out of fucking politics. I think that's the biggest problem. I think religion's the biggest scam of all. Um, I grew up Catholic, so it's not like I'm some fucking atheist. Do I think there's a higher power? Yeah, I have my faith. I believe in a higher power to a certain extent, but I don't think it's the end all be all. I also believe in evolution. I believe in science. I believe, in lots of things. And at the end of the day, the Bible is written by men. Like, man is flawed. So, I don't drink the Kool Aid like that. And I definitely don't think it needs to be involved in politics. And you're trying to tell me how to think because of your religion, and you're trying to tell me how my freedom should go because of your religion. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. Fuck your religion. It's like, you can praise what you want, but don't put that shit on me. Don't force me to do what you want because of your religion. Nah, you can take that shit elsewhere. But yeah, dude. I mean, that to me is crazy. I think I'm glad that he dropped out. Makes it a little easier. Um, what do you think it's going to change any of the people who mainly like, let's say, the young people who didn't want to vote, or the younger people? Because makes me feel super old when I say young people. I can't hear you, dude. Did you mute yourself? Did you change when you jump back on? Did you choose like your setting for your audio? Because I can't hear you. And you should be able to look on the screen and see if you got any like sound coming through on your end. Like,
Can you hear me
there you
now?
go. Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
No, I just pressed the button. Then.
Nope, you cut off again.
Okay. There you
There
go.
you go. Now you're good. Now
Okay.
you're good.
Okay. No, yeah. So, yeah, I think it's gonna lead to more young people voting. The only thing I do want to say is, I know that all of a sudden now that everybody believes it's gonna be Kamala Harris. Now you see all the celebrity like Hollywood motherfuckers coming out like, oh yeah, Kamala. I'm like, no motherfucker, shut up. Like just shut up, stand to the side, don't say nothing, just vote and that's it. So I think that's what also kind of drives people away from politics and Democrats. It's the whole little celebrity that, oh, I have to say something about Kamala Harris. I have to tweet it out that I'm gonna vote
Yeah.
for her. And it's like, oh, and then there you go. The news is also picking it up like, oh, celebrities that have endorsed Kamala Harris now they're coming out, and it's like,
Yeah.
really, like, and for me personally, I just hate that because it's like,
Hmm.
dude, like just because you're a celebrity, you're all of a sudden have to say something and shit. It's like, just shut
Yeah.
up, just go vote and
Yeah.
like, thank you for voting for Kamala Harris, but fuck, we don't need your fucking opinion and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should lead for the youth to go out and vote more. Kamala Harris, she looks like she honestly doesn't look like Donald Trump or Joe Biden. She looks younger, so
Yeah.
you can kind of see that the young people's perception of her is like, oh shit, she's young, like cool, like a
Yeah.
young person, like she looks like my aunt, or she looks like my mom. Let me go vote for her. So
Yeah.
hopefully that leads to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Interesting November. It's gonna be like you said. It's gonna be the 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 shit show against Kamala Harris because it's
Yeah.
man they're gonna be talking so much crap about her, and
Oh, it's gonna
hopefully
be
she's
bad.
strong enough to hold up and shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, like, as a father of two girls,
Yeah.
like that's kind of what's most important to me, right? Is I don't want some bunch of old white men, choosing what my daughters can and can't do for, with their bodies and their reproductive health. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that shit. Like, nah, you're not telling my daughters what to do. Um,
Yep.
I mean, if you think it's okay for a young girl to get raped and get pregnant, by their uncle or brother or cousin or yeehaw,
Hmm.
um, and allow incest to happen, and you'd be like, oh no, no, let them keep the baby, yeehaw. Um,
Yeah.
nah,
My
you're full of
religious
shit.
tells me that I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
The baby has to be born because of
yeah,
it's
yeah. Jeebus done said you can keep the baby, even though my
yeah,
brother done raped my daughter. Nah, fuck that shit. Nah,
yeah.
get the fuck out of here with that, man. Religious, nah. I'm sure, you know, God's probably face palming like, God damn these motherfuckers, man. Like, I didn't say
Bro.
any of that shit, but yeah, it's stupid. So honestly, like, whatever's gonna benefit my daughters the most is kind of the way I'm leaning, and so
Hmm.
that's what matters to me, and I think that
Yeah.
needs to be respected for all women across the board. But yeah, man, that's politics for now. I mean, if we bored you, well, too fucking bad. We don't care. I mean, we said it before. We'll talk about anything and everything and things that are current and shit that affects our lives. So it is what it is. But enough
Yes,
of the
sir.
bullshit politics. We'll keep updating you as shit happens and as it goes. But that's kind of our opinion, thoughts on that, man. Anything else you want to talk about on that, or you get to move on?
Nah, let's move on. As time goes by, we'll talk about it more. I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, it should be Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, and I'm all for it. Let's do it, baby.
yeah. There you go. All right, so then fuck it. We'll move on to baseball, man. Not a lot going on in baseball. Picking back up after the All Star break.
Hmm.
We'll update people on the Dodgers standing. The Dodgers are currently 60 wins, 41 losses. They have an 8 game lead in the NL West over the Padres, and they've done all right the last 10 games. They've
Yeah.
split 5-5, and they're winning 4 in a row. They're about to win 5 in a row. They're up uh, 4-1 on the
Hmm.
Giants right now, and it's bottom of the seventh. So if that sticks, they'll be what's that 6-4 in the last 10 games at that
Yeah.
rate, and they'll 5 in a row. My team, Cleveland, they kind of went the opposite way. um, we're 60-40. We're 60-40. We won today, but the prior to today's win, the last 10 we were 3-7. So
Mm.
that's like you called it, right? After All Star break, shit gets a little. That's when you really find out who's who.
Yep.
And my team kind of hit a slump, which is what I was fearing. So we'll see if they're able to right it and get it sorted out. But as a result, we've only got a 5 game lead on Minnesota and KC. So we'll see how that goes. But not much going on in the world of baseball now. They do have a trade deadline coming up, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think the trade deadline is next week on the 30th.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so I don't know.
It's
Honestly,
either
I don't
gonna.
know
I
what the
mean,
names are out there.
yeah. Because that's the thing. Like, you're gonna see either if Cleveland's gonna be a buyer or a seller. That's the what do you call it,
Yeah,
the question right now. It's like, all right,
yeah,
so are they gonna sell some of their stars, or are they gonna try to you know trade for another good player that hopefully changes their season and
yeah,
gets them into the playoffs. But yeah,
yeah,
dude, we'll see. It's always comes down to me. It always comes down to pitching. Like, whoever has
yeah,
that extra pitcher, like, man,
yeah,
you're gonna do good, and hopefully you get that player that gets you over the hump.
yeah,
But yeah, man, we'll see.
yeah. I hope the Cleveland are buyers. I feel like they've been
Hmm.
sellers for the last 2 seasons, so I'm hoping they're buyers. I think I've heard their name tied to the pitcher from the White Sox. I think his name. He's got a weird name, like Fede. I don't know how you pronounce it, but
Yeah,
I, I
yeah, yeah.
think I think his name's been tied to that, or the Guardians have been tied to that. That'd be nice
Okay.
to get some additional pitching. I know that the Dodgers have been tied to the guy from Tampa Bay. Is
Yeah,
it
or
Arozarena?
Rosarena. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's an
I've heard that name.
outfielder. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard that too. He's an outfielder. No, I think they need help with the outfield, or they need depth in the outfield. That's what they're saying.
yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, they're also looking for pitching. All right, I'm on ESPN right now. They have what is it? Garrett
Hmm.
Croce, Jack Flattery,
Okay.
or también Nathan Evaldi. He used to be a Dodger. Now he should be in the Red Sox, I believe. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
man, we'll see. But like you said, it's like after the All Star break, that's when you got to get ramped up,
Yeah.
uh, and start looking into your postseason run, and you got to get hot because it's like it's August, and then September. September is the dog days of summer, and you
Yeah.
got to keep going and shit. You got to win that division, and then make it to the playoffs, and win it all, man. So we'll
Yeah.
see. It should be getting interesting. Like, it's the only sport that's on right now until right now August when football comes back. Thank God. But yeah, right now it's just baseball. And either you watch baseball or you go to a game, but yeah, it's just baseball.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no other, no other major news in baseball right now. I guess next week we'll probably get the major news, like who gets traded, or who does what. But right now it's just all go after the All-Star break, and it's we'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
Do you think before we move on from baseball, do you think Guerrero Jr. gets traded?
Um, I don't think so because he's a fan favorite. I think he gets traded unless he asks to get traded. But uh, of course, if I'm a Toronto Blue Jays fan, I'll be like, no, don't trade Guerrero. He's our the main reason why we go watch the games and shit.
Yeah. But
But at
aren't
the
they
same
like gonna
time,
be rebuilding pretty soon? Or
yeah,
are in
yeah,
the rebuilding phase?
yeah. I think they are in the rebuilding phase, and
Yeah,
I think
right?
that's one of the chips they have. But it's baseball, man. Baseball, you need a lot of things to go right. Like your players, you need your farm system to be good. You need
Yeah.
your pitchers to be good, and of course you got to have like one or two superstars.
Yeah.
And Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's all right. He's a star, but he's not superstar.
Well, because he's with Toronto too, though.
Because he's with
You gotta,
Toronto. Yeah,
you gotta look at it that way, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think for someone like him, if you're Toronto and you really have to build it right. Um, they're in a
yeah.
tough ass division, dude.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
what with Baltimore, the Yankees, Boston. I don't know who else is in that league.
Yankees suck.
Oh, oh,
Boston kind of
and Tampa Bay, I think.
yeah.
But
And Tampa
like I
Bay. Yeah.
know, but Toronto's last. I don't know if they're last in the American League, but I know they're last in their division. So it's like, okay, how many of those teams are you genuinely going to surpass, even if you keep Vlad? Like,
Yeah.
or are you better off getting a bunch of young talent for Vlad? You
Yeah.
know, um, because I think the longer you keep him, the less value you get for him,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Because
Because
then
he's
he's
getting
just gonna
older. Yeah.
he's getting older and his numbers aren't like through the roof because of the fact that he's with your team. And so I think, I mean, fuck, did you have to? There's no way you can kind of say, no, 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 we're just going to pull a couple of superstars. And we're like, what superstars are you going to pull?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and you play in the division that you play. Like, that's just tough.
Yeah.
They should trade him. I think they should trade him. I wouldn't be mad if he was with Cleveland. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. But I think we need more pitching than we need batting.
You
Um,
always need pitching, man. Baseball is
oh,
always
for
going to
sure.
pitching.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, well then that wraps it up for baseball, man. There's not much else going on in the baseball world. Again, we're only talking about Dodgers and we're talking about Cleveland because those are our teams. No one else is on here. Most of the guys, anyways, they're Dodger fans. So if you like the Giants, too bad, so sad. Screw you. um, well, we got one idiot who likes. I'm just kidding, Kamish. We got a Reds fan, so Kamish is a Reds fan. And they're rookies. He's a rookie, right? De La Cruz?
Mm-mm.
No, he's not a rookie. Oh, it's second
Second
year.
second year player. I
Oh,
know
okay.
they have another rookie on there that he's doing good.
Yeah, their
I
young
forgot
players
his
seem to
name.
be doing very good, though.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, their young players are doing pretty good. Is
Yeah.
it De La Cruz? Is that it? Did I mess up his name?
Yeah. Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I thought I messed up his name. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Let's move on to fuck it. Let's move on to F1. You did
Yeah.
say there's only one major sport going on. If you're an
True.
F1 fan,
True.
there's two sports going on, which I am a big fan of. Did you catch any of it? Did you watch any of it, or did you see
No.
highlights?
Honestly, I saw the highlights. I tried to watch the race, but yeah, no, I fucking fell asleep and shit. All right, didn't pay attention, and I was like, I got up and went to go do something else. And shit. But no, I
Yeah,
did see the highlights. I did see what is it? Per what's his name? I
Verstappen,
forgot. No, I saw the
Piastri.
crash. Piastri.
Yeah,
Piastri won the race, right? And his
yeah.
teammate came in second. Hamilton
Mm-hmm.
came in third. I saw
Mm-hmm.
the crash, the highlight of the crash. I wanted to ask you your opinion about that. What
Yeah,
happened? So
yeah,
yeah, go for it. Go start with
yeah.
the crash.
All right.
Uh, who was it? What happened? Was there a penalty? Should there have been a
Yeah,
penalty? And what
yeah,
happened? What happened to those two drivers? Go
yeah.
for it.
So that was Verstappen and Hamilton. Verstappen and Hamilton actually have some history.
Yeah.
Early on in Verstappen's career, they had a couple of run-ins because he was just very aggressive driver. Some will say he's still a very aggressive driver. Um, I think to be sometimes a top dog, you have to be an aggressive driver. I'm not making an excuse for him. I think they're both pushing. I think Verstappen was pushing a little too hard. Um, he went, he dove in on the turn. He hit his brakes late, and then they just kind of hit locked up his tires, and then it looks like Hamilton kind of turned in. And I guess they have a rule where you're not supposed to really move your steering wheel under braking, right? Like as a defensive battle, as a defensive move, right? Because then somebody's going to take the inside, and all of a sudden you hit your braking. So they're trying to beat you, right? So like if you're coming into a turn, you want to brake later than that guy so that you can kind of get an advantage, get ahead of him, and then take that turn. Which is why Verstappen was braking later. Verstappen claims that Hamilton was moving under braking, and that's why he ended up locking up his brakes. And as a result, they kind of clipped each other. Verstappen clipped, I want to say, I don't remember if it was the front right or the rear right of Hamilton,
Yeah.
shot him up into the air. Um, and I honestly thought his race was done. Like I
Yeah.
thought, because F1 cars are so fast and so agile, but honestly, like when it comes to damage, like they're not necessarily the strongest cars, and so sometimes even less impactful hits will really mess up the car. And they didn't get flat tires. They didn't, if you remember correctly, a couple of races ago, him and Norris, the guy who came in second place this past weekend, they had a
Yeah.
bump in, and they just rubbed tires, and they both ended up with flats.
Okay.
Um, and so the fact that they touched tires, he went up in the air, rear end first, landed pretty hard, tire didn't pop. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Nothing with the powertrain messed up. So I thought that was interesting, and nothing happened to Hamilton's car either. So I was like, wow, okay. I for sure thought that was going to be the case. None of them got a penalty.
Yeah.
When at the end of the race, they said Verstappen was being summoned to go talk to what they call the stewards or the officials. I genuinely thought he was going to get a penalty. What kind of penalty? I didn't really know because what were they going to say? Like a 5-10 second penalty or a grid position penalty for the next race. But no, they didn't give him a penalty, and they didn't give a penalty to Hamilton. Um, they just kind of chalked it up to a racing incident. And honestly, that's kind of what Hamilton stated. He was like, he just thought it was a racing incident. There was no ill feelings on his end, but he did take a shot. He did take a dig at a Verstappen and said, there's no animosity or any, ill feelings from my end. Um, but you know, pretty much saying like, but on the other hand, I don't think he could say that. Like pretty
Mm-hmm.
much taking a dig that Verstappen is not going to look at it the same way. Um, but yeah, now neither one got a penalty, and who knows, dude? These guys, the officials that give out the penalties, for F1, they're so fucking inconsistent, dude. They're
Yeah.
like they're as consistently inconsistent as NFL fucking refs. The rule book says one thing, and these motherfuckers enforce shit willy nilly.
Yeah.
So it's hit or miss. I don't know how long that's been a thing, but it feels like for the last couple of years, it seems like it's gotten a little bit more crazy on how inconsistent those guys are.
Mm.
So yeah, that was that. And then as far as the race goes, dude, it was a pretty boring race at first. It was nice to see Piastri take the lead. Not
Mm-hmm.
really a big Norris fan. I'll
But
definitely root.
Lando gave him the
Yeah.
lead, correct?
No, he took it from him. So what happened is at the beginning of the race, so
Yeah.
Norris got pole, so he started in first. Piastri came in second, meaning for qualifying, he started the race in second, and I want to say Hamilton was third or fourth or something like that. Um, and and basically at the start, um, Piastri beat Norris to the first turn, and
Mm-hmm.
so for most of the race, Piastri was the leader, and it looked like it was going to be his race without any issues.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened is in Formula One, depending on the gaps of the cars that you have between the cars behind you, you have to remember, like they calculate to the point where it's like a pit stop, you lose about 20 seconds. Even though the pit stop itself is like 2 point something seconds, overall you lose about 20 to 20 something seconds, because you got to come in slow and then you got to drive out slow and then you got to get up to
Okay.
speed. So they kind of calculate where you're going to fall once you pit, right? So your team was like, yo, we need to have a cushion of X amount of seconds so that we know we can pit safely and we won't be too far back where we can't get kind of back our spot.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have what they call undercutting, or where you might want to pit a little bit sooner than the person ahead of you or the team that you're battling with, so that that forces the other team to have to make a move. You pit earlier, and now you're gonna gun it, as soon as you get back out and you're flying. So now the other team has to react, and they've got to decide, oh shit, are we going to react and we're going to pit right away when we come back around, or do we have some pace left to keep pushing so that we can continue building the gap between
Mm-hmm.
the guy that just pitted, so that we still have enough time to come back around, pit, and still come out ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make that decision, right? And so McLaren fucked up. Um, McLaren basically, instead of in that situation, you most of the time you're going to want to pit your first place guy first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've either way you're going to have Lando. He'll be in first, and then you can work your way up, and then you'll switch out Lando, and then Lando will come in and he'll give up first place, but now you've reestablished your original guy back in that. Well, they didn't do that. They let Norris pit first. And so now Norris had fresher tires and he was gaining ground on Piastri. And then they pitted Piastri after, and Piastri wasn't able to catch up to Norris.
Mm-hmm.
Now Norris only has one win, so it's not like he gets these all the time and he's used to them. He's second in the drivers' championship, so first place matters to him. But if they don't ever pit, technically Norris probably would have never caught Piastri.
Mm-hmm.
And so where it became an issue and it became kind of crazy is that they were telling Norris, hey, slow down so that Piastri can catch you, and let Piastri get first, give it back to him. And he was not being a team player.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no. He was like, tell him to catch up. I'm not going to slow down. If I slow down, the competition gets closer to us. Like, no, I'm not. And dude, the drama on the radio, because basically everyone can hear the conversations on the radio. Like it's
Yeah.
it's it's public. And so they play it on in the actual race, they'll play it. And basically they kept like guilt tripping them. Yo, remember the
No, really.
conversations we have every weekend? Hey, we're running out of time for you to let him through. Like, if he's not first and there's an accident, now you're gonna bunch up the crowds again. The cars are gonna get all bunched up. The gap that you guys built is gonna be gone, and we won't be able to switch. And like, you got to do it now. And remember all the times that um, remember all the times that Piastri helped you out.
Mm-hmm.
Remember all the times he let you pass. And all this, and he followed team orders. Like, they were guilt tripping him, dude. It was crazy. So in a weird way, it kind of made Lando look like a douche. It kind of,
Yeah.
it made him look like an asshole. Um, and at first I was like, dang, what a dick. But in reality, dude, like, people say receivers in the NFL are divas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But other people will tell you, like, well, they have to be, because you want them to want the ball, right? You want
Yeah.
them to want the ball in their hands when the game is on the line. you want that kind of dog mentality to be one of the greatest receivers, to play. Well, it's the same thing for a race car driver, right? You want them to always want to win. You want them
Mm-hmm.
to be fierce competitors. So it's like you really expect them to give it up that easy.
Yeah.
If Piastri's not catching them up, and so he eventually did. He eventually gave way, like towards the very like maybe 2 laps left or some shit like that. He had to like drastically slow down, dude, because Piastri was pretty far back. Um, Ultimately, they won the race, but
Yeah.
Piastri got his first victory ever, aside from what's called a sprint race, but
Mm-hmm.
it felt like it watered the whole moment down, dude. It
Mm.
was just awkward. It was
Yeah.
completely awkward. Um, I don't think Piastri will admit it, but it didn't look like he was enjoying his win. Lando Norris, what they call the cool down room,
Mm-hmm.
where the top three guys are, he threw his hat on the ground because it was a second place hat. He threw it down on the ground, and he put his helmet down where the hat was. It was a little weird. Even the celebration at the end seemed a little weird. But again, maybe some people that weren't Norris fans probably hate him even more. I'm not a Norris fan, but honestly, like taking a step back, it's like, yeah, that wasn't their fault, dude. Like that was a
Yeah.
stupid call by McLaren, and it just put both their drivers in a bad situation to kind of pit them against each other when they've had a really good relationship. And I just thought it was stupid and needless. It's like, wow, McLaren, you fucked that one up, you
Yeah.
know. And so, yeah, I think it was on McLaren's side. On the other hand, you know, uh, Checo had a good race.
Mm.
I was like, God, finally, dude. I was like, don't fuck this up, dude. He fucked up qualifying. He crashed in Q1, and I was like, oh my God, dude. Like, I need you to make sure you're there for fucking the Mexico race because we're gonna be in Mexico for in October, and I was like, I need to go see Checo drive in Mexico. Like, what's the point of going to Mexico if I don't get to see Checo?
Mm-hmm.
And the rumors are, that they're talking about like, yeah, they extended him, but they might still give his ass the boot during the summer break, which is after the next week, after this weekend coming up,
Mm-hmm.
if he's not performing. So he started 16th and he worked his way up all the way to 7th in a
Mm-hmm.
track where it's pretty hard to pass. So that was huge. That was huge. It was good for him to get points, especially on a day where Max Verstappen struggled, didn't do well, had the crash, ended 5th as a result. Um, and so, it's kind of nice to not hear so much garbage about Checo, especially because they're like, oh, well, Verstappen, he was up playing video games till like 3 in the morning, and then he had to race, and maybe that's why he struggled, and that's why he sucked, and
Mm-hmm.
he needs to get it together, and he's feeling the pressure and all this, and so the talk is now about Verstappen because he hasn't won the previous 3 races, so he hasn't won in 3 races. And I think it's funny how that bar is kind of moved, right? It's like, okay, he's still the leader in points, in terms
Yeah.
of drivers. And okay, so he didn't win. Like, you guys bitch when he wins every race,
Yeah.
right? People bitch when he wins. They're, it's boring. Verstappen always wins. And now he's not winning, but you're making a big deal that he's not winning. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, so which one is it? Like what are we doing here? Again, I'm not a Verstappen fan. Uh, I'm a Checo fan. By default, obviously I got to root for Red Bull a little. But yeah, it was a good race towards the end. It got really really good towards the end. And hopefully Checo gets his shit together and he finishes strong this weekend, and then hopefully he sticks around and he gets through his slump, which happened last year too. Went through a slump. It was the same rhetoric again, and then just kind of came out strong and kind of reestablished himself, and then you know finished the season strong. So hopefully, hopefully it's still that. He's got a long way to go to climb back up in the point standings for drivers. But as long as he finishes strong, then and as long as he makes it to Mexico, man,
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, if he goes to another team, great. I'll cheer for that team too. I don't give a fuck. But I just need him to make it all the way um, to that. So we'll see how that goes, man. But
What
yeah, that was
when is the next race?
this Friday, or sorry, this weekend. And so I don't think it's what's called a sprint. I think it's a regular race. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Um, It's the Belgian Grand Prix.
Oh, okay.
Uh, it's gonna be on ESPN. So practice starts Friday. The first practice is Friday at 4:30 in the morning, which is called
Mm-hmm.
FP1. FP2 is at 8 a.m. on Friday, so that's cool. That one you don't have to wake up too early for. Um, and then practice FP3 and qualifying are on Saturday. Saturday, the qualifying is at 7 in the morning on Saturday,
Okay.
and then the race is Sunday at 6 in the morning, which will be on ESPN as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to
Okay.
watch it, you can watch it on ESPN at 6 a.m.
Sunday. Okay.
on Sunday. Yeah, that should be a good race. Hopefully, Checo does well on that one, and we can stop with the garbage and the drama and the bullshit. It's getting a little old now. But
So,
at the end of the day, I mean, Checo's got to pull his weight, dude. I mean, it's not unwarranted to get the shit he's getting, but it is getting a little old. But only way to stop it, right, is to perform.
okay. Okay.
So it is what it is. But yeah, dude. I mean, that's F1, and then it's gonna be horrible to not have F1 for a month, but football will be there to fill that gap. And at the end of the day, football is my number one sport. So I can't wait. And with that said, actually, you know what? Before we move on to football, I wanted to get your thoughts on something that we didn't get a chance to talk about the last time,
Mm-hmm.
um, which was obviously we know that the Copa America Championship
Mm-hmm.
went to Argentina. No,
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
Argentina.
Yeah. I didn't think.
Um, and the game was played in Miami, and it was a shit show in terms of not the game, but in terms of the crowds that showed up to the game, overwhelmed the gates, and just flooded in and caused a shitload of damage. And people who had tickets didn't have seats, and it was just utter chaos. Let me get your thoughts on it. What do you think about that? Do you think it's a bad look for the Colombia fans?
No,
Um,
no. I think it's a bad look for the organizers of the event. It's a bad look for the people who run the stadium. I don't think it's a bad look for Colombia or Argentina because what what always what drives me crazy is like the news's message is like, oh, people showed up without tickets, or like people getting in without tickets. And I'm like, wait, do you know that all those people there have no tickets? Because I'm
right.
like, yeah, of course they don't have tickets in hand because now it's on your phone. But it's like, I think the people just got frustrated and they're like, man, fuck it. I got my ticket. The game's about to start. They got no news that fucking the game's delayed. So they're like, man,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm going to just go try to rush this shit and get in?
Right. Right.
And yeah,
Right.
that's what they did. People get desperate and shit, and they want to see their soccer team. And like I heard on the I think commentary about it after the game, like soccer fans are very emotional. They're emotionally connected to their team, no matter what it is, if it's a domestic league or their national team.
Yeah.
They're invested. They're emotionally invested. And when you tell them like, no, motherfucker, you cannot get in and watch your team, they're gonna get pissed. Then that's soccer. They're gonna
Right.
get
Right.
pissed. And
Yeah.
so I think that's what happened. And honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly the chaos that forced them to tell people don't come in, because it's like I'm sure the stadium has hosted many games before. So it's like, how do you guys not have prepared staffing for the people that are coming in? It's like you guys should be used to this shit. It's because it's is it the Dolphins Stadium or the
Mm-hmm.
Miami Hurricane?
Yeah.
So yeah,
The Hard Rock.
so it's like the Miami Dolphins play there. It's like, come on now, you guys should know the rush and everything. But yeah, it was bad. It was a bad scene. Bad, like people of course shouldn't be rushing in and like
Yeah.
without their ticket or tickets getting scanned. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad, dude. Like fucking people, the officers arresting the people on the ground, crazy people. Like the video that people were jumping, like getting in the vents to
Oh
get into
yeah.
the stadium. I'm like, what the fuck? Where are you going? Like, how is this? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like people
But yeah,
already
it was.
broke in, dude. Why are you trying to break into the van? Like
I
just
was like,
just go
dude,
through
I
the
don't know.
gates.
Who
Go through the
knows,
gates.
man? Who knows? But yeah,
Yeah,
it was a bad look for the city, Miami. It's like, and then of course, like everybody was like, "Yo, like the United States are hosting the World Cup, and like hopefully this is a wake up call to you guys that you guys need to staff more people at the gates to make sure everything goes in smoothly, everybody has their correct ticket, and everybody just goes to their assigned seating.
yeah.
Because yeah, that World Cup is coming, I believe, in next year. I want to say, or in 2 years.
I think next year.
Uh, is it next year? I
I think
forgot.
it's next year, dude. I don't. Are
Uh,
they playing in Miami though?
I think
No.
so. They're playing at
Oh,
a
really?
bunch of
Yeah, a
what
bunch
is
of
it?
different locations.
Yeah, a bunch of different. I have to. I would have to believe Miami is one of them, but I know
Right.
they're playing in Canada, North America, and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like hopefully they get their shit together. Hopefully it's a wake up call for the rest of the stadiums. They're the operators of the stadiums to get more staffing during that time because like I said, the soccer fans are emotionally connected. They're passionate about their team, and they're passionate about their country. So it's like when you
Yeah.
tell them no, you cannot go see your game, they're gonna get pissed and they're gonna rush the
Yeah.
stadium. They're gonna rush the gate to get in just to go see their team. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy, man. It was sad to see, but it was crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so I would say that's a good point that you bring up about how it's portrayed versus what it may really be. I hadn't really
Hmm.
thought about it like that, right? Um, and it's funny that you say that because my wife mentioned that she had heard that like they started like identifying people and that they were going to like you know be either arresting certain people or I don't know where she heard that like supposedly some people might even get deported. I mean, I don't know how much of that is true, right?
Yeah.
But I actually kind of was like, nah, I don't think they would do that. I was like, I don't think it's even worth the money and resources that you're going to
Yeah.
spend on trying to track people down on what you assume that they didn't have tickets. Because I told her like, if I'm one of those people that even if I had gone in to the stadium illegally and rushed it or whatever,
Hmm.
like, how do you know I didn't have tickets?
Yeah.
Like, because you don't have my name in the database because I didn't buy tickets online. Like, how do you know I didn't show up and bought tickets from a dude right outside
Hmm.
and I had paper tickets
Yeah.
and you weren't checking tickets anymore? So how do you know I didn't have tickets? Oh, well, show me your tickets. Oh, well, I can't. Threw them away already.
Hmm.
Like really, like you're not gonna invest in tracking that. Like you're wasting money if you're trying to prove that case. If you're
Yeah.
trying to
Hmm.
really get someone like that. And so I don't think that that's a good investment in their time and money. So I don't know how much of that is even true, but logistically, um, you know, I I mean I work in operations and logistics, right? And so I just think
Hmm.
like to me, that I'm like, no, that's not worth the time and the money. Um, but I will say I don't necessarily agree that it's on the stadium too much because no amount of staffing is ever going to be enough when a crowd of that amount of people decide that that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's still about the safety as well for the staff, and they're not going to put their fucking health or life on the line to be like keeping a bunch of idiots from coming through. They don't get paid enough for sure to do that either.
Yeah.
And so I think the call had to be made to say, fuck it, we're not putting you at risk. Just let these dumbasses through. And I think that was the right call. I think it sucks that they had to make that call. But I thought the game was delayed because of the issue that they had people breaking in, not necessarily that the game was delayed for other reasons. Then they didn't let people in, and that's when the crowd kind of got rowdy.
Honestly, I don't know. I know the game was delayed for like about an hour and a half, but I think it was because people were still waiting outside. I don't know if there was like a ticketing issue with their machines.
Mm.
Who knows? But the weird part is that it only seemed to happen in that because all the videos that they show that I've seen, kind of looks like all that same entrance area that everybody had issue with. And so I'm like,
Yeah,
wait, don't you guys have other entrance areas where it's like it's different a different scene where people just rush in. But all the videos that they showed people coming in kind of from the same area. So I'm like, like, is it just this one area that got clogged up and like, people can't get in there? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's what should I say? It was like it was a bad look for
Yeah.
them, and bad look for the people too. Like you said, like fucking
Yeah.
people imagine getting arrested and you didn't even watch the game and you paid tickets and shit. Like damn,
Yeah.
that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I
yeah,
think that I will say though, like it's 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 one thing to rush the stadium and and like go in, and even if you didn't have tickets,
hmm
but where I will say it's a bad look on the fans' part is the fact that they cause destruction.
yeah.
Like, okay, so you snuck in, great, okay, go watch your fucking shit, but then you destroyed shit,
Yeah, they destroyed a escalator.
like
I
an
saw pictures.
escalator, and not like what the
Yeah, I
fuck
was
is the
like,
point of
damn.
that?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? At that point, to me, it's just that's just
and
bad.
like yeah, like I said, like the dudes going or the people going into the vents. I'm like, bro, it's not that serious, dog. Like, trust me,
Right?
if you got to go into the stadium through the vent, something's wrong with you. Like, because
Yeah,
that like it's not that serious, bro. Just wait or fucking leave. Go watch it at a bar. Who the fuck? If you pay tickets, just fucking wait. Like it's like don't go through the vents, dog. Like
yeah,
you're being a dumbass doing all that shit.
yeah. So I think what I
And if you do get caught, you deserve to get fucking arrested for going
oh
through the
yeah,
vents because you're a
yeah,
dumbass.
oh for sure, 100%. Um, you get play stupid games, you win stupid prizes,
Yep.
and I'm all for you getting that stupid prize. And so I think what I'm reading is that it sounds the delay was tied to people trying to get in illegally, and
Mm.
from what I'm reading is that as a result of kind of people breaking through the barriers without tickets, um, then they went into a lockdown,
Mm.
and that's kind of what made things worse. Is that they went into lockdown mode, and now more and more people are collecting outside
Yeah.
who aren't being allowed in. And like in this example, they're saying somebody bought 4 tickets for like over 4 grand in total,
Yeah.
and because of the lockdown, they weren't being allowed in. Um, and then so many people started to gather that people were getting crushed up against the gates. That at that point is when they said, "Fuck it, open the gates." Like
Yeah.
people rushing in and illegally is better than people dying on our watch
Yeah.
because they got crushed. And so it sounds like that's what happened, or part of what happened. Um, and it sounds like now Hard Rock is being sued by a good chunk of fans
Mm-hmm.
who bought tickets and weren't able to get in, or weren't able to take advantage of what they paid for. So
Yeah.
that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I mean, again, I think that sucks for the people that paid money. I think it sucks for the people, who genuinely, wanted to see the game, and then to have it marred by that. It looked like it was a ton of Colombia fans, though. Like, I'm not saying Colombia
Yeah.
fans that did the chaos. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
from the videos, it looked like there was a ton of Colombia fans. It almost felt like more fans than Argentina fans were in
Yeah.
the stadium. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like it seemed like it was just there was more Colombia fans anyway. So like even if they had
Yeah.
been legit, it feels like they still would have been the overwhelming crowd of Colombia fans versus Argentina fans. So
Yep.
that was interesting. But yeah, and, now moving from one football to the other football, uh, spring training, training camp is
Mm-hmm.
in full
Mm-hmm.
swing. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and preseason football is right around the corner, my guy.
Yes,
Right
sir.
around the corner. With the first game coming up, it's going to be the Hall of Fame game. And
As
the Hall of
always.
Fame game is going to be on Thursday, August 1st. So a weekend, 2 days from today? August
Yeah.
1st, between Houston and Chicago. Dude, I cannot wait. Um, I mean, no starters are going to play, so it doesn't
Hmm.
really
Oh, you
matter.
put.
But
I mean, well, maybe no. You
nah,
might
not
see
that.
Caleb. You don't think? Definitely not C.J. Stroud. No starters for Houston. Definitely. You
You think
might
he'll play
see
Caleb,
C.J.
dude?
Stroud. I mean,
You're not
Caleb.
going to. You think Caleb? Isn't he already demanding like? Isn't he having issues with his contract?
No, he signed.
Oh, he signed. I thought he
I.
wanted.
Hold on. Let me see.
Wasn't there? What I mean, wasn't there the drama that he was being a diva with his contract and all this bullshit? And they're like, "Really, dude? You're already being a diva." Um, I thought there was some drama with Caleb.
Let
I
me
could be
see.
wrong, but I thought that
No,
was
yeah, he
kind of
signed. He signed Wednesday. He signed
last
quarterback
Wednesday.
Caleb to. Yeah, this Wednesday. Oh, yeah, last Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
the
okay.
Bears on Wednesday signed quarterback Caleb to a 4-year contract that includes a 50-year option. So yeah, he signed. He should play. I mean, he needs the reps, you know. I can see him playing. I can see Roma Dunze playing. Not too much. Maybe just half a quarter or something. So yeah,
Right.
I mean, it should be an interesting game, Hall of Fame game. It should
Yeah.
be interesting for just to watch the Bears and see if what happens with them and then
Yeah.
um, you know just the rookies that they have. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. All right. What was the issue with him with Caleb? Was it that he didn't want a 5th year option on his contract? Um, is that what it was, or he wanted to not be franchised? I can't remember. He
I
wanted
believe it
something
was.
in his contract.
I believe it was probably that 5th-year option, but I think it's already written in the what is it?
Like the rookie deals.
Yeah, the player NFL agreement where rookies sign 4 years plus the 5th-year option. That's automatic, so he can't challenge that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it was. I think that was it. But no, he
Okay.
signed and he's ready. He should be ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. All right. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because yeah, man. After that, you get week 1 of preseason football. With week 1 starting August 8th through the 14th.
Yeah, the following weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, the following weekend after that. Oh, fuck, the following week, right? Because
Yeah.
there's some games that start on Thursday. There's what looks like I'm looking at. There's 2 games going on. Thursday the 8th, you've got Carolina and New England, Detroit
Mm-hmm.
and New York. Friday the 9th, you've got Atlanta, Miami, Houston, Pittsburgh, Philly, Baltimore, and then you've got the chunk of the games on Saturday, August 10th, which has Washington at New York. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is playing on that game. Chicago, Buffalo. So that I will be watching because it'll be the second game. So if Caleb definitely
Mm-hmm.
doesn't play uh, in the Hall of Fame game, then for sure, I'm sure he'll see some time against Buffalo. So that'll be cool. You got Vegas, Minnesota, Green Bay, Cleveland, Tampa Bay versus Cincinnati, Frisco
Mm-hmm.
versus
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee,
Tennessee.
KC versus Jacksonville, Seattle versus LA Chargers, New Orleans versus Arizona. Then Sunday, the 11th, you've got Denver and Indy, and then Dallas and the Rams. So the guys will be able to talk shit a little bit on that one with Davey, uh, since Dallas is taking the Super Bowl this year,
Yeah.
according to
Yeah.
Davey. According to Davey, but yeah, man, I'm pumped. I'm excited. I can't wait. We won't have to deal with no football for a while, and you know, with that, we'll have way more content. So our content around that will be pretty much football, heavily
Football.
football around that time, and fantasy
Football.
football.
Fantasy football. Yep.
Yeah, which we'll be talking about. And we'll talk a little bit more about fantasy football. We've got some stuff coming up on that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But before we move on to anything else like that, um, let me get your thoughts on the whole Brandon Ayuk situation. Is he getting traded? I heard that the team has come out and be like, no, he's going to be with the team. But you know
Yeah.
how that goes, dude. You know that a team will say one thing one day, and then the next thing it's like, dude got
Yeah.
traded
I
and
mean,
shipped out.
it's pretty much if he gets traded is because the team a team comes in and like, yo, we'll give you two first round picks and a second round pick, next year for you. And yeah, all right, cool, take them. That's
Yeah.
you have to make him an offer they can't refuse. So
Right.
if a team does that, then yes, he gets traded. If there was a report today said that I think as the Patriots offered them the what is it, a second round pick, which was number 34 in this year's draft for our youth,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and the Niners said no. So I'm like, okay, a second round pick is not going to do it. So they're clearly looking for a first round pick because he is a very good wide receiver. But
Yeah.
it's a stalemate. Everybody goes through it. A lot of players go through it. It's unfortunate because it's your team and you're like, man, I want the full squad ready to go and no contracts. At the same time, you're like, you want players to get paid because they
Right.
have contributed and paid their dues, and so
Right.
you automatically be like, yeah, he should get paid because he's done what you've asked him for and
Yeah.
probably done a little bit more. So yeah, he deserves this pay raise. But of course, it's business. You can't as us fans, we can't, we could give our opinion, but of course, it's just down to a business decision.
Yeah.
And yeah, it sucks. Hopefully, I believe they'll get it done. The good thing is, like, they said he is going to play on his last year of his contract this year. But so if they can't come to an agreement, then next year it's either he's going to get franchise tagged or he just becomes a free agent. Um, but yeah, he's definitely asking for like 30 million a year. He's
Yeah.
asking for Justin Jefferson money, and I mean whether he should get that money or not, it's up for debate. But it's looking like that's what he wants, and he's not budging from that number. So
Yeah.
hopefully, as the season comes, closer and closer, he can agree to it, a contract, and they can come to an agreement. But I know right now they said that he did attend training camp, or he is in the building for training camp,
Okay. All right.
but I doubt he's gonna practice, or I doubt he's gonna do some, practice with the team because of course he doesn't want to get injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's just part of the business. But
Yeah.
man, I hope he does come back because we do need him. He is a solid receiver, and yeah, man, we'll see.
Weren't they talking about trading Devontae Adams for Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah,
Was
I mean that was a rumor. Who knows
okay.
if it was true or not? I'm sure
Yeah.
they looked into it or they had somebody look into it, but I believe Devontae Adams has a no trade clause or something like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
you would
Okay.
have to get him to commit, and then of course the whole contracts. I'm sure there's salary cap situations that you got to get into.
Yeah.
It's a difficult trade, but it can happen. But it's I'm sure people would like to see Devontae Adams switch over to the 49ers, and the 49ers send Ayuk. It sounds comparable, but on the back end, I'm sure it's difficult with the contracts, with the
Yeah.
with everything else and the salary cap and everything. So, but yeah, I mean it sucks, but it's part of the business. It's always part of the business. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I got
Yeah.
you. All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I was like, oh man, really? They're gonna trade for. They're gonna give up Devontae. I mean, if I'm Devontae, I'd want to go to the Niners instead of the
Yeah,
Raiders.
of course.
um, but I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, well, hey, they're gonna trade Brandon Ayuk. I was like, that'll be interesting. But yeah, I don't see him getting traded. But he's not gonna get the money he wants. Not
Yeah,
in
no. I mean, because
not in Frisco.
the another player that's looking to get paid is CD Lamb,
Yeah,
and I believe he's looking at that same number also. He's trying to get paid, and he's trying to get
yeah,
paid like top wide receiver. So it'll
yeah.
be interesting to see which one gets it first. Whether it's
Oh,
gonna
I think
be
CD will get it.
Yeah, whether it's gonna be CD, but you also got to remember the Cowboys don't have a lot of cap room. They don't have a lot of money. So it's like, dude, like, what do? Do you just let him ride out this final year and then franchise tag him next year? It's crazy, man. Like, yeah, it's it's crazy how they should get paid, but they're having a difficult time paying them and shit, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. I mean,
And then another thing I think about is like, dude, like NFL players should be the most highest paid players in in North American sports
oh
because
yeah,
they do put their whole body brain on the line
yeah,
for our
yeah,
entertainment.
oh yeah,
But if you look at it, like, dude, they're getting shitty contracts up and down. Then you see baseball players, you see fucking basketball players like barely making any contact, or not as a physical contact as football, and they're making
yeah,
a gazillions of dollars and shit. And now you
yeah,
see football players just get like pennies on compared to
yeah.
basketball.
Compared to
And
yeah,
oh yeah, dude, it sucks, dude. But yeah,
yeah. Well, that's why we talked about it, right? I think we talked about it a few episodes back when it was like, well, if you could choose a sport, which you were going to be a millionaire, which would you choose? And I
right.
think both you and I were like, baseball.
Well, baseball.
Less risk of injury, good amount of money, play
Yep.
longer, and shit.
Guaranteed
You know,
contract, no matter what.
guaranteed contract. Yeah, I was like, baseball,
Yeah.
baseball,
Oh
baseball,
yeah.
baseball. That would be legit. So yeah, you're right though. I think football players need to get paid a really good chunk of money, um, and for what they do, and dude, the NFL just makes a boatload of money. So I
Hmm.
I don't see how I don't see how money is an issue for contracts for players, but we'll see. I mean, especially after the lawsuit that
Yep. That's another thing I wanted to ask you about. Like, have you heard anything
yeah.
about the Sunday ticket? Have you got
Mm-mm.
it? Do you got it ready for this season?
I'm pretty positive I have my shit on auto renew, so
Oh, okay.
should be fine. But they don't start charging you till like the season starts, no?
Yeah, September or October or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They don't start charging you until then. So my shit is still set up to be to be charged or whatever. I haven't seen anything. I haven't heard any
Okay.
updates on that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. They change? Do they say like, all right, fuck it, all the games are on Sunday ticket, no matter
Yeah,
local or anything,
yeah. Which
or
yeah,
is it still going to be blacked out or what?
I don't think it'll change in time for this season because remember, I think they were going to appeal it anyways, right? So if they appeal
Oh,
it,
okay, yeah, you're
it
right, you're
has
right.
to stay the way it is until the appeal is heard. So I don't think it'll change this season. It'll change probably next season if it's going to change. But yeah, I'm still curious to see how that's going to affect football. Um, eh, as far as Sunday ticket, like I want to watch all the games.
Yeah.
You know, especially because we play fantasy football.
Hmm.
I really enjoy watching all the games because of that, which leads me to my next segment, uh, fantasy football. Fantasy football is right around the corner,
Hmm.
same
Hmm.
as the regular football season, and with that comes fantasy football drafts. So, why don't you tell the people what we got going on and where one of our episodes is going to take place from?
Yeah, man. So we have our what is it? Our South Central Home League. It's 12 teams, bunch of us friends from junior high, high school. Some of us are friends of friends. We accepted them as our friends. Join them
Mm-hmm.
onto the league. They love it. But yeah, we're gonna be hosting our podcast live from our fantasy football draft. We're still trying to figure out the technicality of it, but we're definitely gonna have a podcast. We're gonna do it at my our friend's Booger's house, Alex, um, his new house in Wilmington. So we're gonna do it there. It's probably gonna be outside, but yeah, man, we just have fun. We're gonna have a taco man show up. Can't wait.
Dude,
Uh,
I'm pumped about the Taco Man. I am
yeah,
pumped.
we're gonna have a taco man. It's gonna be what, Saturday, right?
Yeah,
The
Saturday
thirty
the
first.
31st.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be Saturday. Definitely good. There's gonna be a lot of drinks, a lot of beer. But yeah, man, it's gonna be badass and shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be some of you guys would have seen Booger. He was on a while
Give me a minute,
back.
Sergio. Let me charge
Yeah,
my
go for it.
Let me charge my laptop. Just keep
Oh
talking.
yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Booger was on a couple episodes ago. I think he came in while he was waiting for his wife. And he was at the Target parking lot. So, and he was the other guy that we kind of talked a little bit of F1 with. So, yeah, we'll be at his house. We're doing something a little different this time. Normally, we just kind of provide food for each other, right? I think the last draft, the guys kind of just had some carne asada, or a couple of years ago was at Prime's house with carne asada. And actually, no, last year I wasn't there, so would have been 2 years ago. A couple of times here and there, I'll draft from the phone. Caesar will be my proxy, and Caesar will kind of give my picks. This year, for sure, I'll be there, and we kind of just trying to figure out what to eat. And like I said, we've got that huge group in a text, or a massive text, and so we just decided. I think somebody mentioned Taco Man, and kind of as a joke, and I think it went serious, and then we kind of started discussing it, and Booger was like, "Yo, I have a guy," and it. We all thought the price was decent, and we fucking literally on the spot. We all sent him the money right on the spot, and he booked him right away. So we're set for a Taco Man. First time ever having a Taco Man, or un taquero, to go ahead and cater our draft. So that'll be pretty fucking dope. I'm pretty excited about that. I think I'm more excited than anyone else, just because out here in Arizona, I don't get those kind of tacos. The tacos out here are not the same, at least not yet. It hasn't really made its way out here like that. But I can't wait. I'm gonna be honest right now, dude. Like, I'm gonna tear up a shitload of tacos, dude. I'm gonna purposely go hungry, and just fucking pig out on tacos. Especially, hopefully, they're really good, But I'm excited. I told my wife today. She's like, "Oh shit, for reals?" Like, she's like, "Can I roll through?" I was like, "Nope, sorry, owners only." I was like, "Owners only." I'm
I
sorry.
mean, you gotta tell her like, yo, I'll take you to go plate.
And that's
But
what she said. That's what she said.
yeah,
She's like, "Can you hook me over to go play?" I was like, "I don't know if there's gonna be any meat left." I mean, you're talking about 12 dudes, and probably be heavy drinking. I don't know if there's gonna be any leftovers, but we'll see how that goes. I know the guys talking about the aguas frescas too, right? So they're gonna have aguas frescas too.
that
So
just
like,
no. He said it's only gonna be horchata. I think it's only one.
oh, one, oh,
But I mean,
still,
yeah, horchata. So I was like, all right, cool.
yeah, I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with that.
But yeah,
Um,
we're gonna be drinking beer. Oh, that's gonna be
mhm.
crazy. But yeah,
Yeah,
man, it
so
should be fun.
oh yeah, it'll
Wait,
be awesome. It sounds like Kamish though is going to be sober. So for those of you that don't know, I don't remember if I covered this before in a previous episode or not, but every time we have a draft, since as far as I can remember, Kamish always has to give us his grades. He has to grade all of our drafts, um, and it's at the end of the draft. So let's just say Kamish's sobriety is a little lacking, for lack of a better word. And so it's a tradition. It's awesome. I look forward to that part. I don't know about you, but I always look forward to that.
yeah,
And for the most part, right, it seems like the shittier grade you get, the better you're going to do. It just kind of works out that way, right? So if you get an A+ from Kamish, your season is fucked. I think you want C and below, or probably C- and below, and I think you've got a fair shot. But um, we ran into some kind of like scheduling conflicts and everything else. So shout out to Kamish. If I didn't give him a shout out before, shout out to Kamish, man, for changing his schedule around. He had some plans. We finally settled on the 31st. I was willing to just not be there in person, because I really want to be there in person this time around. I was willing not to do it just because it was kind of conflicting and making it harder for everyone else. But Kamish changed it up, changed his travel plans, as a matter of fact, for the draft. But he did say, "Hey, man, I gotta be sober, so that I can fly out the next day."
hmm
So shout out to Kamish, man. That's huge. You didn't have to, but you did. So if I didn't shout you out before, shout out to you now, Kamish. That's why you're the Kamish. So I
Yeah,
appreciate
and
you for that one.
it looks like we're gonna have a full house. I think all 12 owners are gonna be there. I
I thought
think
he
only
said
one of
Chuko
the,
was gonna. Yeah, I thought
yeah,
Chuko was gonna
Chuko
be there.
hasn't confirmed yet, but hopefully he can make it, man. But yeah, it should be crazy, man. It should be dope. 11 of us if Chuko's not there.
Yeah.
Fucking just eating tacos, fucking picking players. Man, it's gonna be fun. Can't wait.
And
And then
any oh go ahead, dude. Sorry, go ahead.
no, and then it's gonna be what is it? It's the week before the weekend before the season starts, correct? 'Cause
31st.
the
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
yeah
it's gonna be right before
the first week of
the first game, yeah.
September 5th is Thursday is the first
Mm-hmm.
official game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
the that weekend the weekend before it's gonna our draft. So man, it's gonna be fun. Can't wait. There's gonna be anticipation. Like yo, get my team ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely do some mock drafts already.
Oh
Definitely
yeah.
do my studying. Hell yeah, man. Can't wait,
Now
man. Can't wait.
I like draft the fact that we're drafting on the 31st, because by then we'll know who got cut, who's somewhere else,
Yeah.
if any injuries
Who's
happen.
injured?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I know a lot of people like to draft before, which is always very risky. But I mean, go ahead and tell us, where you like, if you play in a league, does your league draft before the 31st, after the 31st?
and that 31st is a long weekend too. So
Labor
we
Day
we gonna
weekend, baby.
drink. Yeah, we gonna drink Saturday, get hungover Sunday, and then we still got to recover Monday. So let's
Oh
go.
man, those hangovers suck, dude. I'm too old,
Yeah,
man. Them things hurt. Them
yeah.
things
Oh
hurt, dude. I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie to you, bro. Yesterday I got home and I kind of went hard on them seltzers that we got from the
Hmm.
brewery. Bro, I was hurting. I went to the gym
Yeah,
today and I was hurting at the gym. I think, in fact, I might have still been a little drunk,
yeah.
um, because then I got that midday like,
Oh,
and I had a fucking meeting, bro. I was doing staff trainings or whatever, and I was gonna have to do my portion for basically all of our schools, to talk about my, kind of what I do. And
yeah.
I was hurting, bro. I was like, fuck, man, I feel like shit. I was like, I'm over there pounding
Oh
water and
yeah.
everything else, and yeah,
It's
it,
not
it
the
was.
same anymore, man.
It's
I know.
not the
I
same, bro. It's not the
Oh
same.
yeah. That shit
It's
like
like
yeah, like you said, it feels like you're dying and shit. You're like, oh god,
seriously.
I can't get up.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that
it
shit's
it is
hard.
not the same, bro. I can't hang like that anymore. But yeah, that was. It'll be interesting. I'm gonna try my best to stay sober, or sober-ish, because I want to make sure that the podcast makes sense, right? But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, at the end of the day, guys, it still goes back to what we talked about, which is it's raw, it's unplanned, ain't shit scripted. I mean, if it turns out to be a shit show, it turns out to be a shit show. Um, and you'll kind of get to see for sure by then you'll get to see everybody, and you'll get to kind of meet all the homies, and they might pop on even more nowadays, or once we have our draft and once football season starts, maybe we'll have some more time to have people drop in. uh,
Yeah, hopefully.
yeah,
Just
maybe
to
we
talk
even.
about yeah, just to
Yeah,
talk about their fantasy matchups coming up, or
yeah.
the fantasy matchups that they won or lost, and talk about their favorite NFL team. How they
Hmm.
how they did last week, the next week. Injuries.
Yeah,
It's NFL, man. Can't wait. It's coming next week.
yeah, yeah.
First game with the Hall of Fame game, so it's NFL's almost back, baby. Can't wait.
And you know what, dude? I think we should try and do some. Maybe we should do one or two, or test it out, like live streaming our reactions for a game, like a Thursday night, like one where our team's not playing, so we're
Okay,
not,
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
because I'm not gonna lie, like when my Bills play, I'll tell everyone right now, when my Bills play, I
yeah.
fuck the
So,
phone. Don't talk to me. Don't call me. Don't text me. I mean, I'm sure Caesar knows. The guys will be texting like crazy on Sundays, but usually my texts aren't coming through until after the game. I I don't want to look at my phone.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it, especially if my team's losing or we lose a close one or whatever, a heart attack game. I try not to be on my phone. I don't want to hear it. And so yeah, I maybe we should try doing. We can probably even test it out in preseason, even if we're
Yeah.
just kind of talking on the background or whatever. But then once the season starts, if it goes well, maybe we can do another one since we'll have actual fantasy, related interest in it. So that'll be
Hmm.
kind of cool. That'll be really cool. But yeah, I like I said, once football season starts, guys, and fantasy football season picks up as well, that content will be a little bit more based on that, and I think it'll be pretty fucking awesome on that aspect. But yeah, man. And then I think next year we talked about going on location, right? We're doing our
Yeah.
draft. Hopefully, I know we were targeting Vegas this year. Didn't really pan out that way, but I think maybe next year, definitely going
I
somewhere out of town.
definitely.
Doesn't have to be Vegas.
I think we should talk about Vegas at our fantasy football draft, and we should definitely like say, "Yo, let's do this. Let's plan." Like somebody just get some rooms, plan it, and then because I think for this season or this year, we talked about it like a month ago and shit. So it's like we're like,
Yeah, too quick. It
yeah,
was too
like
late. It was too
yeah,
late.
it's like too late. And you're like, yeah, I can make it. No, I got plans that. So it's like in the fantasy football draft this year, we should definitely like set a date and be like, yo, look, like if you're serious about this, if we're going to Vegas, this is the date we're going. Have this date off. Don't plan nothing.
Yeah.
Try to get ask for vacation time, work vacation,
Mm-hmm.
whatever's, and that's the date. Let's go and let's do
Yeah.
Vegas and shit.
Right.
Because yeah,
Right.
like you said, this season it was too late. We're like we did it like what it start of July. We're like yeah, let's go to Vegas and blah. Blah. We're like I don't know about that, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
me, yeah. But yeah, dude, I think we should do it in Vegas or somewhere else. But
Yeah.
Vegas sounds logical for all of us.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. And you guys will get to see what we decide since you guys will be there on the draft when we talk about those things. And we also talk about rules. We talk about any changes to our league. You know, the owners have to meet. It's the owners meeting as well, right?
Yeah.
We talk about any changes and things we want to do that way. Any changes you plan on bringing up or you thought about
No,
that you might want to have the homies vote on?
I think I think last season was good. Definitely, the whole trade veto and all that crap.
It's always a point of
Uh,
contention.
yeah, always. I think that's the main one, but everything else is fine with me.
Yeah,
Um, I think it's the next one is probably the bench players. I believe we have four
four.
last
We only have
season.
four. We only
Yeah,
have four.
yeah.
And
So the waiver
yeah,
wire is like plenty, but yeah, I
yeah.
think four is good enough. And another one I want to talk about and see if it comes up is having like an injured reserve spots. Because now what I've noticed in the league is that you get placed on injured reserve, but it's like a 2 game injured reserve, or is it 2 or 4 or something like that
I think
in
it
the
has to be
NFL.
four. I think it has to be four.
Yeah, so it's like you don't want to drop the player for like 4 game or 4 weeks and then try to find them again. So it's like I want to see if we could like have a slot in our team where we just put one injured reserve player for those 4 weeks so we can save them on our bench, and then we can still pick up a free agent.
Yeah,
But yeah, of course it has to be a player that's on the injured reserve list
right,
officially
right.
in the
You can't
NFL.
just pick up a player that's injured for 1 week and you're like, oh, I'm gonna switch him and put him in. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put him in the IR.
yeah.
But I don't know because I don't know. I don't know if I have it on Yahoo, but I know I've done it in other leagues,
Hmm.
like on ESPN, and
Okay.
I've done that. I've done it
Yeah.
where players like hurt for like I don't know 2 weeks or a week, and I just kind
Yeah.
of like, oh, I'm gonna load up on another player. So let me move this dude to the injured reserve
Hmm.
slot, and then pick up another player, and then I'll deal with the consequences later, and I'll figure out who I'm gonna drop later.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so that kind of defeats the purpose. But I don't know if the system lets you put them on IR. if the system kind of tells like they have to be designated IR. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how that works. If that's the case, then I would be in favor of it. But I will say I was against early on only having 4 bench. I was like, damn man, really? We only got 4 bench players? That's some bullshit. But you know what? At the end of the day, it really makes it so that you're thinking critically and you really have a strategy in mind because you're
Yeah.
limited, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even with injuries, like yeah, you're limited because we have to run into the fuck, do I drop them? Do I
Yeah.
hang
Who do
on
I
to them for a
drop? Yeah.
month? Like, is it worth it? And that's tough, dude. And that involves strategy. So I think like if it doesn't change, I think I'll be fine. If it does change, I think I'll still be fine as long as there's a way that it's only used if that player is actually on IR.
Yeah. That's
Not
that
because
to me.
he's
That's
yeah, not because
not
he's hurt
because
2 weeks or 3 weeks and they haven't designated him as IR. No, the dude has to be designated on IR in order for you to put him on
I know it
IR.
happened with players that they have like what is it, the high ankle sprain,
Yeah,
and it's like they usually go on for like about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and but then if it gets worse, then I think they'll put him on IR. But in those
yeah,
2 3 weeks, you're like, fuck, he's injured. Do I drop him? Do I not drop him? Damn, do I?
yeah,
If he's that shit's hard, with the
yeah,
injuries and shit, man. So it's like
yeah,
fuck. So I hopefully talk to the commission, see if we could create like an official injured reserve slot where a player is designated injured in the injured reserve list per the team, per the NFL, and so
yeah,
Yahoo could change that designation and we could move him down to
yeah,
that slot.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
that's hopefully we could talk about that
yeah.
at the
That's
meeting.
yeah. No, I think that's a good idea. I think that one's worth bringing to the table. I like that.
Hmm.
That's a good idea. I don't really have anything that I might bring up. I mean, it may change between now and the 31st, but
Yeah.
the only thing I wanted to bring up is I've been itching to do it for a while. Is seeing if there's any interest in doing a guillotine league.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
do you know what a guillotine league is?
I've heard about it. I've had explain it.
So, in a guillotine league, like you will still have, and I don't know that there's an actual like website that does guillotine leagues like that.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to just do it yourself. But the premise is basically you still play other people, you still match up against other teams, but the win loss record isn't what matters. What matters is whoever scored the least amount of points. The team that scored the least amount of points that week is out
Oh, okay.
completely. And you dissolve that team and you hold an auction for their players.
Okay.
So you decide on an amount that every team has at the beginning of the season, right? So let's say we're like, oh well, you'll have $500 all season, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
decide when you want to use that money. So like we are 12 teams. That means that after week one, we'd have 11 teams. The team that scored the least, they're out.
Yeah.
And then you have to decide: is there anyone on that team worth investing in? Because I got to make sure my money lasts, pretty much. Because maybe there's a stud next week that I really, really want, or
Yeah.
maybe there's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
be a stud 5 weeks from now that I really, really want if I survive that long. So
Yeah.
basically, it would be a 12-week season, essentially,
Okay.
or yeah, 11, 12-week season, and you could technically start one back up again right after.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just kind of want to do one, even if there was no money on the line. We could do, the guys always want to have money on the line. I think that's kind of a motivator,
But
right?
what,
So
like, when you say auction, how are you gonna auction? Like,
you would,
um,
you would, I think you can do, so you would just set the league setting
mm-hmm.
to free agency, like, but auction.
Wait. Oh, okay.
No, no,
Okay.
yeah. There's an auction like or cost or price, whatever, free agency method as well. And I'm
Oh,
pretty
okay.
positive Yahoo has it as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So then everybody pretty much gets to bid on that player.
But this is like fantasy money then.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
Okay.
would have fantasy money.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and so, but then it would take away from your fantasy money
Yeah. Yeah.
as you get players or whatever. So that would be kind of cool. I'd like to gauge everybody's interest. The only thing is, it would be a quick ass turnaround. So maybe we might have to bring it up before.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think
Yeah,
that
that's
would
the
be
thing. Like you said, it'll be a quick ass turnaround. Like you would have to plan it, because yeah, I don't think a lot of people will be like, huh? What do you mean auction? Like what?
yeah.
Oh, but it's kind of like the survival. So is it survival league?
The
Where like
survivor, the survivor pool, survival pool.
yeah, like the last the player that scores the least, or you pick the wrong team, you're out automatically. So it's kind of like that. But then I do like that idea. All right, that team is out. The players are free agents. What do you want to give up? For this player right here.
Yeah, yeah. So
But
that'll be
yeah.
something that I'm interested in. Hopefully, we can get the guys on board and see what they
Okay.
think. But yeah, man, we'll like I said, we'll touch base on it more as the season gets there. We're coming to a close.
You want to open up one of your packs of okay.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and open up some packs, guys, as we wrap this episode up. I've got 2 packs left. I'm gonna save my baseball packs for next week. Let's see what we got. I'll start off first.
I got a Panini Prestige 2023.
Okay,
I got
okay,
6 packs, 11 cards per pack. All right,
nice.
what
All
you
right.
got?
So these are still the ones from last week, the contenders.
Okay.
These are the last 2 remaining boxes. So this one I just opened. So let's see what we get. Let's see. Let's turn it around. Oh, we got a Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right. Let's see what the next card is. Doo-doo-doo. We got a Nick Bolton. All right.
Okay.
We got a Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
Okay, so just regular cards so far. Oh. We got a Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay. That's good.
We got a Daniel Jones. We got a former Miami Dolphin, actually Buffalo Bill
Okay.
now.
Cool. Okay.
Claypool. Oh, okay. I've got a special rookie stallion football card of Aiden O'Connell.
Okay. Raider.
Yeah,
Okay.
Raider. Is he even starting quarterback?
He should be.
Really?
It's either him or Minshew.
Oh, it's probably gonna be Minshew.
Yeah,
But yeah,
probably.
got him. And then the last one is an actual rookie, Bijan Robinson.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Yeah. So we'll see what.
Is it chromed up, or is it different from the other ones?
It looks the same, other than it says draft class on it.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what that comes out to turn into. But yeah, so you want to go ahead and open up a pack on your end, see what you get.
Yeah,
I'll open up another.
All right. Got my Prestige, like I said, Panini Prestige 2023. First card I got is a Brian Burns.
Okay.
Shut my back. Brian
You good?
Burns. This is okay. I got a Terrell Davis.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
TD.
I got a Justin Fields.
All right.
What is it? Eric Kendricks.
All right.
That's good. I got a Tariq Hill.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's a good card. What is this? Jamar Taylor card. Not a rookie.
For the
yeah, for
it's
the
gotta
Dolphins.
For the Dolphins, it's gotta be a corner, right?
Corner, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Mike Evans card.
Oh, all right. There you
go. Then I got a Kate Auden card. That's good.
Oh, there you go. Tight end, right?
Tight end, yep. Looks like this is a rookie card. Jaron Hall.
Oh, the quarterback.
Yeah, the quarterback.
All right.
Jaron Hall.
Minnesota, right?
Minnesota, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's where he went. Okay, nice.
And then, I got a Prestige.
Prestige
Trey
Worldwide.
Tucker. Yeah, Trey Tucker, rookie card. Looks like he's a Raider. It says here. Looks
Okay.
nice.
Okay. All right. All right.
And then,
That's a nice little
and
rookie
then
card.
yeah, and then I got an any given Sunday. Looks like it's a Mike Evans. Because Tampa
Oh.
Bay over the
Oh, that's cool. It's
Panthers.
got the score on top. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
that's
All
it.
right. All right. Well, maybe that one might be worth something too.
Yeah,
All
we'll see. We'll
right.
see.
All right. Let's see. Last pack for me for these. All right. My Panini Contenders 2023. Wonder when the new ones come out. Do you think they're due soon? Yeah, come out soon for the
I think
2024,
so. They have to because
right?
the I know the rookies already took their pictures,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they would have to come out soon.
All right. So regular card, we just got a DJ Moore.
Okay.
We've got a we'll get this one for Money Mike. We got a Justin Herbert.
Okay. Okay.
So Money Mike might be interested in that one. Sam Howell. I actually think Sam Howell's a good quarterback. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how he does. I don't know if he's still the starting quarterback. I don't think so.
No,
No,
is he
it's
still there?
no, it's Kirk Cousins who's in Washington, right?
No, Kirk Cousins is in Atlanta.
Oh,
Washington
Atlanta.
has Daniels. I don't know if he's still there.
Oh
I
yeah,
think he got,
Daniels. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think he
You're
got
right.
traded
You're
or
right.
got traded or something like that.
John Mechie, the third.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, we got Najee Harris.
Okay.
Speak of the devil, Kirk Cousins.
Mm.
um. Oh, wait. Didn't I already get this one? I could be wrong, but I got another jersey.
Okay.
Jaden Jaden Reed. Isn't this?
Oh
Didn't I
no,
get?
no, I don't
Who
think you
was the
got
other
that
jersey I
one.
got? Didn't I get another Packer with a jersey though?
Yeah, I think that's your second jersey, but I don't think it's Jaden Reed. I think that's the first one you got.
Well, hey, I like it though. I like it.
Shit looks nice. Jalen Reed is
Yeah,
that's a sleeper. I heard he's
yeah,
gonna come up.
yeah, buddy. So I like that. I like it. Wonder how much these are worth. And then last one, I got a draft class of Billy Seans.
No,
Old
okay,
school
okay.
card, Billy Seans. Wasn't it White Shoes? Billy White Shoes Sims? Was that what his
I
name?
think
I
so.
mean, I don't remember. I could be wrong. It might be somebody else, but I thought it was Billy
Okay.
White Shoes Sims. Yeah, but hey, maybe the Jaden Reed card will make it worth it for the
Shush.
pack.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, that
All
Jaden
right,
Reed
so
with the
my next
jersey.
pack, going through it, I got a Drake London.
Okay,
That's good.
former Trojan.
Yeah, Bernie Kosar. That's just
Oh
nice.
shit! Damn, throwing it back to Bernie.
Royals. Fucking Matthew Stafford.
Okay, restructuring his
Mm,
contract if I'm not mistaken, or did
yeah,
one of those.
Cooper Cup
Oh, there you go. There you
should have a
go.
good season. I got what is this for Mike Williams?
Hmm.
Chargers. Is he still with the
I don't
Chargers?
think he's there anymore, right?
I don't
I'll look it up
remember.
while you. I'll look it up while you're.
Sean Alexander, fucking Seahawks running back.
Wow, Sean
Uh,
Alexander.
I got Darrell Taylor, Seahawks. Looks like a linebacker.
Okay,
I got my
okay.
boy Fred Warner,
Oh,
best linebacker in the league right there. I got a rookie card, Jacksonville Jaguars, Ventrell Miller. Looks like
no,
to be a
probably.
linebacker,
Yeah,
51.
yeah, maybe a linebacker.
And then I got another rookie card, Cincinnati Bengals, Jordan Battle. Looks like he's a cornerback,
Oh,
but plays for the Bengals.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Or will play for the Bengals. Or no, he should be playing for the Bengals because it's
Yeah,
23.
yeah.
And then this last one is a powerhouse, Travis Kelsey.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
powerhouse number one. It says.
Oh
Fuck
shit.
that puto.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
for
it.
sure, for
That's
sure. Fuck
the
them
pack.
fools. Hell
Fuck those assholes.
yeah. Fuck them putos. Do you have another pack?
Let me open. Yeah, I
Oh,
got
Mike.
4 more
Mike Williams is
packs.
with. Oh shit. Mike Williams is with the Jets.
Oh, okay, okay,
That's
with Aaron
interesting.
Rodgers. Okay.
That's interesting. I wonder if he's gonna get playing time. I mean,
He
they got a
should.
pretty good. They, dude, like they've got a pretty ridiculous team, dude. That team is stacked. Well,
Oh
he's listed
yeah,
as a starter.
I've heard about those motherfuckers. They were
Yeah,
talking about him today somehow, but I'm like, dude, should be stacked at quarterback. The obvious question is, of course, quarterback.
yeah.
Brett Favre is again, can he stay healthy at 40 years old?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They got a good running back in Bryce Hall, a good receiver in was it Garrett Wilson
Yep, Garrett
and
Wilson, and then Mike Williams, and then I think
Mike Williams.
their third receiver is Xavier Gibson. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure. I think I've heard
Then
of
their
him
tight
before.
end, yeah, their tight end is
Conklin.
it Conklin? Yeah,
Yeah,
Conklin. Yeah.
Conklin. Yep.
So they got a
Yeah.
pretty good team.
Yeah.
All right, my first pack. Next pack is John Elway.
Oh, look at this, John Elway,
John Elway. Then the next one is a Dan Hampton. Looks like a
old
off
schooler,
defensive lineman. Yeah,
got the neck roll.
for reals. What is this? Marco Wilson. Looks like a cornerback for the
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals. What is this? Austin Eckler.
Oh, he is with Washington now.
I think so. I got a Josh Jacobs. He's with
Oh,
Green Bay.
oh,
Josh
really?
Jacobs, Green. Yep.
Ah, all right, all right, all right.
T.J. Watt. That's good.
What? TJ
And then I
Watt.
got Kenny Pickett.
Oh, Kenny Pickett. Now backing up. No, wait. No, yeah, right. He's still in Pittsburgh, right? He's
Yeah, I think so.
now it's the Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Kenny Pickett show.
Yeah. Cameron Hayward. And then rookie card. What the fuck is this? Felix Anduke Uzuma, Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm.
This is a rookie. Yeah, I've heard about this fucker
Yeah.
for the Chiefs. And then I got the Icky Woods.
Oh,
Looks
that's a Bengal. That's gonna be that's commissions
That's
guy
a
right
Bengal.
there. Remember
I
we
think
had
this
him
is
do
the
we had him do
the
the
Icky
shuffle.
Shuckle. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's where
Icky
you get it from.
shuffle. We had George do the Icky shuffle.
This is where it comes from and shit.
Yeah, the video's got to be somewhere, dude. We've got to have that video of him doing the Icky shuffle.
And then I got what is it? For the record, fucking Adam Vinatieri.
Oh no.
These fucking packs are weird. And
you got a
shit.
kicker. You got a kicker.
I know.
Oh, yeesh. Yeesh.
Oh man, you need a fucking autograph or something.
Get you something good, dude.
I got 3 more packs to go.
Let's go. Let's see what we got. By the way, while you're opening that pack, I want to talk about something. 2 weeks ago, I told you guys that we play Mario Kart with my wife and or my wife's sister and her husband, and so we won that championship, right, where we won the driver championship and the overall championship. Well, this weekend we had to defend it, and I'm glad to say that we still have the hats, and we have all 3 hats. So now we're holding on to this until we go back to LA, which will be for that draft weekend, anyways. But
Yeah.
now we've actually made it official too. We've actually now added what we call our little thing that we have, and now it says Formula MLC. And so Yanni went ahead and bought these, and then she sold them on. So yeah, buddy. So now we've got we're defending it. We're 2-time champs, and I am glad to report that I did not win the drivers' championship this time. My wife beat me, and she got the drivers' championship, so she gets to rock 2 hats for the constructors and the drivers. So props to my wife. for beating me. She beat me by 5 points. But these hats get to stay here that much longer. So
He's
if
silly.
Carla and Adam ever watch, in your face. All right, go ahead,
All
Cease.
right. Nah, I was just going through the pack. Same old Tyler Boyd,
Mm. Bangle.
Lamar Jackson. Yeah, Lamar Jackson's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
These are all the base cards. What is it?
Yeah.
Donovan Wilson, um, Austin Hooper. What is it? Isaiah Pacheco,
Mm.
Zay Jones,
Mm.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Good. AJ Brown.
All right. All right.
Rookie card. Sidney Brown. He played for the Eagles defensive back,
Yeah.
which is it's all right. And then telling you weird ass pack. Herman Moore. Fucking
Wow.
looks like it's
Herman
like gross.
Moore.
like
Yeah. Look at that.
Icky Woods and then Herman
Yeah.
Moore. What the fuck?
They're giving you all
And
the
then
throwbacks.
damn, for reals, and timestamp Josh Jacobs.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess. I guess what is it? The stats of that overtime game or some shit like that.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That's it with this
Oh,
pack.
dang.
Yeah, shit,
You still
good,
need that
man.
one. You still need that like one. Like, did that box have like autographs or did it have like jersey or what's like the big draw in that? You know the.
Yeah, it says what's it? It says one number parallel and 8 rookies. Look for autographs including blaster exclusives, distinctive ink inserts.
Mm,
I'll say I got what 2 more packs.
yeah. Make sure they make it worth your money.
I know, man. Shit.
Hanging you out to dry, my guy.
All right, first card I got. Oh shit, Von Miller. Next pack.
Okay. All right.
Von
Let's
Miller.
hope he gets back into shape or
Uh,
back to normal.
Russell Wilson
Oh,
with the
look at
Denver
that.
Broncos. Is this
Oh,
his only season with the Broncos? Yes, no,
I thought he did 2 seasons with the
2.
Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he
I
did
got
2 seasons.
Josh Allen, who's not Josh.
Not Josh
Allen.
Allen anymore.
I got a Sam Ellinger
Okay.
card. DeForest Buckner, who used to be a 49er.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Garrett Wilson, nice.
Oh, look at that. We just talked about Garrett Wilson. #1 receiver in
Uh,
New York.
we talked about this one too. Aaron Rodgers,
Oh, dude. I don't know,
crazy.
man. I think it's gonna be a rough couple of games. I think he's got a lot of
Okay,
rust to shake off.
hell yeah. Dexter Lawrence,
Okay.
Giants defensive line. Rookie card. Devon Achan. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
A Chain. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's for the Dolphins. That's a good one.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. There
That
you
should be
go.
worth something.
Hopefully, yeah. Especially if he
And
keeps going the way he started.
yeah, and then next one, Nolan Smith. I believe this is a defensive player for the Eagles. So, my bad.
Okay. No, you're good. Yeah. Okay.
And then last one for this one is alma maters. Alma maters. T.J. Hawkinson, George Kittle, and Noah Fant.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
yeah, a bunch of tight ends. It looks like.
Where did
Yeah.
they all play? Where did they mention
Uh,
Iowa? Yeah, they're all Iowa boys. I think,
yeah,
right?
they're all yep,
Yeah,
TJ,
they're all
yep.
Iowa boys. Yep.
And it's numbered too, so yeah, it should be good.
Oh, there you go. Oh, if it's numbered, even better. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Achan. That's the only good rookie I got there.
All right, all right. Let's put some good juju out there for you, dude. Last
I
pack, make
know,
it worth
man.
it.
Come on, let's end the night good.
Ooh, come on, give Caesar something good. Make it worth his money. Let's go. Let's go. Blowing on it like it's an old Nintendo cartridge. Come on, big money. Let's go.
All right, first
Let's
card
go.
is a Jaquan Brisker.
Okay.
Next one is a Desmond Ritter.
Oh, nah. Ha. That didn't
Yeah,
work
yeah.
out too well in Atlanta.
Oh shit! Here you go. The other Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah, buddy. There you go. You got your money's worth already.
He's stupid. Next one is Jerry Hughes.
Okay, former Bill.
Defensive. Yeah. What is this? Dalton Schultz.
I like Dalton Schultz. He's a good
Yeah.
tight end.
What is this? Amani Toomer. Damn.
Oh, talk about throwback. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Derek Carr.
Oh, all right.
And this is what is it? Taquan Thornton,
Okay.
receiver for the fucking New England. Rookie card. Luke Van Ness. Okay, that's a good one. Green
Okay.
Bay Packers tight end.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. He's a tight end.
Yeah, yeah, he's all right for
Yeah.
the Packers. What is this? DK Metcalf. Okay, looks like it's
Oh.
inserted. It's
Oh,
cool.
there you go. Okay. It's
Holograph.
got some. Yeah,
type
it's got
shit.
some. Yeah.
And the last one is a prestigious pros. Tariq Hill.
Oh. Okay. That might
Yeah,
actually be
it's
worth
all right.
something.
And that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's it.
Oh, damn it, man! No
That's it.
autographs.
No
Ah,
autographs, man. But
shit.
I do got another pack. I could open it next week or whenever
Yeah,
we do
let's
it.
let's save it for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's save it for next week. Let's work on getting some more cards. I'll work on getting some too, so that we can open them. So we can open them up on that. What is it? That Sunday we talked about that we record, and
Okay.
then we can open them. Maybe what's that? That would be after the Hall of Fame game, right? That we talked about. So we can do that, and then if we catch a preseason game that we don't really care about, and maybe we do a live stream there, maybe we can open up some cards while we're watching the game.
Yeah,
pretty
true,
cool.
true.
So yeah, I'll work on getting some more cards. I have baseball ones, but I kind of like, I don't want to open up those yet. Maybe I can open them up on Monday. We won't really be talking about football just yet like that. Maybe I'll open up some then, see if we get anything special. But yeah, dude, I think that wraps it up. We are going on 2 hours. I think this is one of our longer episodes that we've done in a hot minute. Unfortunately, it was just Caesar and I. I tend to think Caesar and I hold it down pretty well. So I appreciate you guys joining us. That wraps it up for episode 11. Glad we're still doing this. We're hoping to constantly get better at it. Hopefully next time we'll have the fellas join us. I know that sometimes it's tough. We all got personal lives. So scheduling is hard, but when the guys do show up, we try to take advantage of it, make the best of it. Like I said, it's not scripted. We just do it the best we can. But I always enjoy doing this. Had a blast. We'll continue to do it. Thank you guys for joining us. We got Ceez. Say bye to the peep, Caesar. Give us your outro.
For sure. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, we'll do it again. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you, Sergio. God bless all the homies, and we'll see you guys next week.
And that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. That is a wrap for episode 11 of the Homie Connect podcast. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Deuces.
Peace.